The president sending a pointed message to punish Assad, setting the military strike in motion while hosting the president of China in Florida. President Donald Trump denouncing the gruesome gas attack while announcing the missile strike late last night.
No child of God should ever suffer such horror. Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched. It is in this vital national security interest of the United States to prevent and deter the spread and use of deadly chemical weapons.
So that from Mar-a-Lago late last night. I want to get the latest now. Conor Powell is live on the border between Israel and Syria. And what more are we learning today after the afterstrike of these strikes, Conor?
Well, Bill, we understand, according to both Syrian state TV and Russians, that there were several people killed, including 7 Syrian soldiers at this base. It's a base that was home to both Syrian planes and also Russian planes. However, according to Pentagon officials, they're saying that there were no Russian planes that were damaged. We're getting multiple reports, or different reports, about how many Syrian jets were in fact damaged. The Syrians are saying that only about 6 or so of their jets were in fact damaged. The Pentagon telling our team in D.C. that about 20 or so were damaged. All of these were jets and none of these were helicopters. This is the site, though, that Donald Trump and his administration say was used to launch Tuesday's chemical attack, and this is where the jets took off from and returned. So that was the reason that this base, this airfield in Homs, was targeted by these Tomahawk missiles. The one thing we also are hearing, Bill, is that already Syrian jets are back up there and striking at rebel targets around Syria. So while this was a hit against the Assad regime, it is by no means a fatal blow to their Air Force, Bill.
Yeah, what about possible retaliation, Conor? What are you hearing and what are the possibilities?
The possibilities are a lot, actually. Remember, there are U.S. troops in Syria. There are U.S. troops, several thousand, in Iraq. There are U.S. troops in Turkey, a NATO ally. And, of course, here in Israel, Israel is always a target for groups like Hezbollah or even Assad and his regime. Iran could also possibly have some type of retaliation. And, of course, Russia. This is the big question, Bill, is it's not really clear who would retaliate and who would they retaliate against. There are a lot of options. It possibly could be the Assad regime. However, in the past, when Israel has struck inside of Syria, when they believe that there were weapons being transferred from the Assad regime to groups like Hezbollah, Israel has struck and the Assad regime has never responded. But it is very possible that a group like Hezbollah could respond, and they could respond against Israel. They could respond against U.S. troops in Syria or in Iraq. There are a lot of potential retaliation spots and groups and allies here in the region, and that is, I think, what most people in this region are fearing and sort of watching. What will the next 24, 72 hours bring, Bill?
Conor Powell on the ground there on the border. Conor, thank you.